Some out on a soda can, we'll throw some drink on that car or whatever. Now, this shit will get you killed nowadays.
Yeah, so you got to walk in the spirit at all times, as much as possible, because we're still in the flesh,
Yeah, real quick for you.
Go ahead.
Ephesians chapter 5 and 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Hey, we know what time we in, We know what times we in. We see it all over. Judgment's going out, Wickedness at an all-time high, So we got to walk circumspectly. We got to, this word got to be in us. You get what I'm saying? It got to be in us so that then we get into a situation. We got that wisdom of the Lord, this counsel in us. Like, hey, you got to do this. Don't do this. Don't do that. And this is what's gonna get us navigate through the valley of the shadow of death. This is where we're at.
The spirit. If you're into the spirit, you can misstep, and that can be the end of you.
Yeah, you can fall into a trap, man. We like the scripture says, we go in the midst of snares, man. It's nothing but snares and traps out here to catch us.
And the difference, the difference of the straight gate versus the Broadway is a lot more traps. You gotta be more attentive, and concentration gotta be on. You gotta be in the spirit. Another way to say that, right? When you in the straight gate, because it's more difficult. So you gotta have all your senses ready to. You gotta be aware. Your balance gotta be on. You gotta be more attentive to how you're moving in life.
Yes.
On the Broadway, it's all people walking around, so you just lolly, ain't paying attention. Before you know it, you walk off the edge of a cliff into a ditch.
Exactly. You got something you want to bring out?
Yeah, because we mentioned we walk in the midst of snares.
Yep.
Sirach 9 and 13. Keep thee far from the men that have the power to kill, so shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city.
Hey, so the man that has power to kill, who's that? That's Esau. Okay? Esau has the power to kill right now. His blessing was the sword. And he is the sword of the Halabashi now. He has the power to kill. So another situation, brothers get pulled over.
Yeah,
you're not gonna act up. Man, why you pulled me over, man? Nah. Hey, you
agree with that?
You gotta be that sheep. You gotta be that sheep. Hey, officer,
serpents,
exactly. You play them. You're wiser. You use your wisdom that you've been getting from the scriptures. You gotta apply it in your whole life, your everyday life. Us, me too.
Let me add this to what you're saying as a practice of it, right? Of applying that wisdom. Don't just start when you get in some shit. Start tuning yourself up to a vibration where you're always using wisdom. I'm not gonna be riding around and then with bad tags and then be like, why you pull me over, man? Fuck you, cop. You just,
Exactly.
If it's a J cop cussing him out because he worked for the Edomites, you ain't gonna do that, man. Have your shit right. Don't go out driving erratic. And all of that, there's certain things that you can prep your mind for and prep your spirit. Let me leave early so I don't have to rush. These things are important that you do this way. All right? So you're already ahead of it. That's the prudence of using wisdom. Okay? What was the quote you said earlier? Proper preparation.
Proper preparation creates perfect performance.
Right.
Perfect practice creates proper performance.
And the other one is I started quoting the wrong one. What was the other one? I started saying
Practice makes perfect.
No, that was the other was proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Yeah.
Hey, and what are we rehearsing right now? We're rehearsing the righteous acts. Because coming to the understanding of who you are as a man, who do you represent? All right, now you know that you're actually a son of God. We are the sons of God, right? The sons of Yahweh. right? So we gotta act like it. You know, you gotta act like it. You don't represent yourself. You know, this is not. We're not doing this for our glory. We're glorifying our Father. You know,
said
and
if we glorify Him, He will glorify us.
and we're glorifying our His only begotten Son, our Lord Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Yeah, you apply these principles that Yahweh Shai, spoke with his disciples. You know what I mean? Because like he told them, we're in the midst of wolves. So you got to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. We got to be at peace with all men if it be possible. We can't be brawlers. We can't be looking for contention. We're not super tough guys. We're just servants, on the earth, man. That's all we're here to do, is to glorify and serve the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I mean? And then everything else is just a battlement. Everything is seeking to sway you off the path, and take you out of the spirit. And your flesh is pretty much going right along with it.
It magnifies and gravitates to those battlements.
Yep.
I got
That's why the scriptures say this is the condition of the battle wherein a man that was born on the earth must fight.
Right.
This is all part of the conditions of the battle, man.
It's a fight.
It's a constant fight, and the fight ain't done until we up out of here. We gotta fight this out until then.
Until that last bell rings, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And who you fighting? You're not fighting a physical enemy. You're fighting against yourself.
Yeah.
You're fighting your flesh off with your spirit. So your spirit can prevail over your flesh. And when you learn to control your flesh with your spirit, it's more in tune. Your spirit is able to be more in tune with the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and then you can kind of rule over your flesh. Okay?
Right. It's basically you're using the spirit to stir your flesh away from Satan.
It is.
Because Satan is constantly sparring with your flesh daily. You gotta, when you tune into the spirit, then you can take over the will, the helm of your body, and not allow it to be under subjection unto the devil, man. That's why Apostle Paul refers to the devil as the tempter.
Yep.
All he's doing is tempting you constantly, every day. And these people in the world, the fact that they don't have a covering, they don't have that protection, they don't have that understanding, they're just overtaken by those temptations. And that's why they bug the hell out. They lose their mind.
Today's the day.
Yeah. now you finna kill your whole family and yourself. Because you allow Satan to take charge over you. You gave him the victory. That's how Jacob's going out right now, man.
Yep. I got something.
Yep.
1 Peter chapter 5, I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, "Humble yourselves, therefore, unto the mighty hand of Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai," right? "That he may exalt you in due time, casting all your cares upon him, for he careth for you." And how do you know? Because when you're comforted in an uncomfortable time by the faith that you have in his belief in his word. Okay, that if you do the things necessary, you're gonna get that. You have that hope to get that expected end. Okay.
Part of humbling down is humbling down to the reproof, to the correction of the Lord. Okay. Go ahead.
Yep. Verse 8 it says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." Always looking to catch you and devour you any chance he gets. Hey, there's nothing more gratifying to Satan and the devil than to pull a hopeful elect out.
To sift
And
you
I have
out.
to say it, to sift you out.
Satan has a desire to sift you.
Yep.
It's a hit out on every brother that's in the truth right now. Especially if you're in good standing with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, it's a straight up, it's a hit on you, man.
Yeah.
In the spiritual realm, from the left hand.
Yep.
Them left hand spirits that's under the control of Satan, by way of the Most High,
Yep.
they looking after you, man.
That's how the Most High tries you too.
Yeah,
Huh.
so,
See that furnace of affliction and adversity.
so
Yeah.
if we out here catching hell, you know, in our daily lives, whether it be work, our woman, our family members, just the whole world in
Situation,
general,
yeah.
you know, everything is vexing around us.
God.
You know, it's vexing to our spirit. So when we're out,
Got a good one. I seen the look in his eye.
when we're out here catching hell, hey, it's no surprise to us. We know what we signed up for.
Yeah.
Hold on, Salakia. That
keep
next
reading?
verse, because it
Come,
adds
come.
right to what
Yep.
he just said.
I got you. Yep. Yep. Perfect. Yep. Verse 9. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world.
In other words, what you're going through, the hell that you're catching, is not common. It's not uncommon, because brothers are going through it as well.
Keep reading.
You know, you might go through a situation that a brother went through months before you or a year ago,
Yep.
and you might not have known. And then when the brother finds out, hey, now you're talking to that brother, and he like, hey, brother, I just went through that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now it might be in the spirit for that brother to build you up.
And or a brother's spirit might man, something telling me to say what's up to this brother, to talk to this brother a little
Yep.
bit. And you're not even knowing that the spirit is guiding you to where the answers are. To the
Exactly.
experience to help guide you through it.
Exactly.
You know? This is how the spirit works, but we gotta believe and trust in that process that the Most High set up.
And you got to exercise it.
You gotta exercise.
Yep.
Yep, it's a little more because we keep going a little bit. Verse 10 it says, but the Most High of all grace, who have called us into his eternal glory by Hamashiach Yahushai, after that ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. Okay? He gonna build you up with the necessary thing. He gonna knock away all that dross and BS that you got in your life and make you a pure vessel that he can actually use. So this affliction is for a good purpose. It's for a good moment to try you. Once you make it through, now you have experience to move forward and you have belief and you're strengthened.
Hey, we are soldiers for Yahweh Shai, okay? For Yahweh Shai, you know? And in these battles that we get through, you know, it teaches us. It makes you a better soldier.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Experience makes you a better soldier.
That's right. You had your precept?
Yeah, I think that was it on this.
Then backing up what you were saying, like it's a hit out on all of it. We gotta recognize our weaknesses. That's what Satan gonna use against us.
Right.
Sirach 37 and 27. My son, prove thy soul and thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it.
Yeah. But you gotta assess yourself and judge yourself harsher than anybody else, because you know yourself better than anybody else. This brother can see I got issues with money or so whatever, but he don't know that I actually got a drinking problem. I know that, so I gotta clean that up in myself first, and then the money problem will kind of solve itself. You know, as I bring more attention. Yeah, I'm just using that as an example, you know, just as an example. These situations come up, you have to be your first judge. A man, what does it say? He that judges himself judges no man. You have to examine thyself daily whether thou be in the faith. You know, so when you examine yourself, you're judging yourself, making sure that the things that you're doing are in line with the spirit. And if you need to clean up some things, get on that, exercise that.
And this goes back to the example Yahweh Shai, when he basically said it's better to make it into the kingdom of heaven blind or mean than to suffer, you know, the judgment with your eye whole. And
When you pluck your own eye out.
Correct.
Yeah, right.
when you
Blind
using that
and evil.
analogy of
Right.
you know, plucking the eye out if it offends you or your hand, your right hand.
Right.
Basically, in other words, whatever is a stumbling block unto you, don't give yourself over to that.
Yep.
You don't want to cause yourself to stumble and fall by the wayside, man. You know, hey, if you one of the brothers that got a low tolerance for alcohol, hey, it's best to just leave that shit alone. You know what I mean?
Does that put
Or if you're gonna indulge, do it in moderation, like the scriptures tell you.
Yep.
Scriptures speak about doing things in moderation. We gotta have self-control in this thing, man.
That's a lot of Jake's problems.
These
They
Jake in the
overindulge.
world, that's what they don't have. They don't have self